And we're back. Before the break, we discussed disgraced former Mayor Tortimer's possible involvement with a New York crime ring. Personally, I believe it. Nothing except that old man's cane could have taken off a man's head like that. In this hour, we're going to be discussing a controversial question. Why are men? I mean, why are men? Why can't we find an answer to this age-old question? We'll be enlisting my correspondent, Salem, who definitely isn't me recording on a different day to visit the scene. Salem, what am I going to do when I finally rank the crankies and I have to produce a single creative idea for this YouTube channel? We'll burn that bridge when I get to it, I guess. I'm excited to be back on Tiermaker. Me and Tiermaker have obviously been kissing on the mouth. We are set to get engaged soon. I love Tiermaker. It's my favorite website on the internet, as you can tell by the amount of videos that have Tiermaker involved in them. Today, we're finally getting to the lazies. Unfortunately, we're back to men. I'm really tired of ranking men. I just don't want to see men ever again. But you know what? Sometimes they need to get put in their place. Sometimes they need to get slandered. And I am ready to do such a thing. As always, we have our fun categories. At the very top here, we have WineDrunkCeleste. I don't know why this popped into my head, but can you imagine having like a drunk book club with this bitch? I don't drink, but I just want to witness that. I just want to see what Celeste has to say after she drinks a couple reds, alright? I think that would be very interesting. She is my best friend. She is my mentor. She's my mom. She's my savior of the broken, the beaten, and the damned. When is Celeste gonna get her own game? When is the Celeste spinoff coming out? Alright, you know what? I am a certified flick stan, but I would totally take a Celeste game. Nintendo, contact me. Let's work this out. You know what? I've got ideas. You've got money. I don't have money. Please give me money, Nintendo. Please, I'm begging. Next, we have laying on the cold hard tile, which you would think would be a low tier, but I fucking love laying on the floor, alright? There is nothing better than laying straight on the floor. It's the most laying you can get. Like, you can lay on a bed, but you're truly laying if you're laying on the floor. It may seem like a spiral thing. It is, but you know what? I allow myself to have a little fun every once in a while. I can lay on the cold tile as a treat and just bask. I'm like a gecko, except I'm not basking in the sun, I'm basking in the cold. Mid-tier, we have Hot Topic sale. If you've ever seen a Hot Topic sale, you know that there's a Hot Topic sale going on at all times, and like sometimes the amount varies a little bit, so when you get a good Hot Topic sale, it's good, but the low sales are always on. So is it even really a sale? Is it even really a sale if it's 20% off? Because it's not, because it's always 20% off. It's never full price. They do that to you to get you to buy their little MCR merch, and you know what? I fall for it every time. Yes, I'm still a Hot Topic bitch at my big age. Don't contact me. Second to last, you may be confused why this isn't in the last tier, and it's because the next one is way worse. But if any of you had the misfortune of seeing the Howie Mandel TikTok thing, I am so sorry. I am genuinely so sorry. If I could pay for your therapy, I really would, and I think Howie should. I think Howie needs to cover my copay next week, personally, because I'm gonna be talking about this the whole goddamn time. Alright, what the hell? Why was that up for so long? If you don't know what happened with the Howie Mandel TikTok thing, don't look it up. It was a body part. It was not a... I cannot say this. I cannot say these two words. I'm not talking about dick and balls. I would say dick and balls. It was not dick and balls. It was worse. Don't look it up, but just know that you are traumatized from even hearing the words Howie Mandel TikTok thing, alright? You know what? Sometimes you don't need to see it. Last but not least, we have the worst of the worst, the pits of hell tier, yogurt water. Yes, it's worse than the Howie Mandel TikTok thing, and I will explain why. If you ever get yogurt and you just take a sip of that fucking water on accident, it is actually worse than being tortured. It is worse than anything I've ever felt in my life. You know what? I've been through it, and there is absolutely nothing that I've ever found that is worse than a swig of yogurt water, alright? It makes me not want to eat yogurt. I don't like eating yogurt anyway, but this is just the cherry on top. What the hell is wrong with yogurt water? How have we as a society not figured out how to get rid of yogurt water? It is vile. It is truly vile. Imagine like the worst day of your life happens, and then there's also like a building collapse and an apocalypse outside your door, and then you go out there to investigate, and like some kind of fucking zombie comes up, bites your head straight off, but you can still feel it. That's what it feels like to drink yogurt water. It's like the opposite of 5 gum, you know? Those are all our tiers. I'm ready to rank some men. First off, we have the alligators, which are a very fun species because I have absolutely no recollection of any of these men until I see them. We have Alfonso, and I've never seen someone who looks like they work at a bad Italian restaurant more than this guy. It's actually insane. He could have a tattoo that says, I work at a bad Italian restaurant. I'm not talking about Olive Garden. Olive Garden is a cuisine for the gods. I'm talking about an Italian restaurant that has sweat in the food. This guy sweats in the food and he's fine with it. He's like, it gives it flavor. No, it doesn't, and you're breaking FDA laws, and also, go to hell. Alfonso, get help. You need help. You desperately need help. And you know what? I can't be the one to provide that for you, but I can point you in the right direction, buddy. This guy reminds reminds me of somebody who would tell you that a shirt doesn't look good on you and then wear one around with like sweat stains. He'd be like, that doesn't flatter your hips. First of all, stop looking at my hips, Alfonso. Jesus. Do better. Do better for not only your sake, but for my sake as well. He's not the worst in the world though. There's definitely worse men on this list that are frankly abominations, so I think we can move on from him with a good conscience of putting him in Hot Topic sale. I don't like this man, but you know what? I would much rather take him over some of the rest of these men. Next we have Drago, or Drago. I don't know how to pronounce it. I would like to think it's Drago because then he could be a drag queen named something. I don't know, I was trying to think of a joke, but I couldn't, so you get no joke. You have to deal with no joke, I'm sorry. This guy is really cool. He's really fucking cool. Alright, they really went hard on this. Somebody just straight up took a bang, mixed it with Adderall, and was like, I'm gonna create a villager right now. And they made a mythical creature, and that's so cool. He's amazing. His pink lipstick is a little bit of a choice, you know, I love a lipstick, but that's a little bright. I don't know if it goes too well with the rest of his colors. I feel like something a little more toned down would look good. Maybe a softer pink, maybe a salmon-y color, maybe something a little bit more toned down, a little more natural, something you could wear to work. But he's cool. He reminds me of like somebody you would meet at a monster convention. And I don't mean monster like the mythical creature. I mean monster like the energy drink. He is just there pushing monster. He works for the brand. Good for him. Maybe that's why he looks so insane. Like maybe that's why he can get away with it, because he works for Monster. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. I like him though. Laying on the cold hard tile, absolutely. He gives me the same rush of energy that putting my cheek onto the cold fucking tile does. It has occurred to me now that I edit my YouTube videos and stuff, and now that I'm doing this as like a thing, how much I actually swear like a sailor. I don't know where it came from. Nobody in my family swears. I don't know where this came from, and I apologize. Next we have Nate, and I know some people are gonna come out of the woodwork for Nate because they always do. Nate specifically, people come out of the woodwork for this man. They show up, they pull up, they come ready to fight me tooth and nail for this man. And I ask you why? What are you gaining from that is my question. You know, I support you doing that, and I support you standing up for what you think is right. You know, I love a riot. I absolutely love rising up. I do. It's just, do you benefit from that? Because this guy has seaweed draped over his head, right? We're seeing seaweed. There is seaweed on his eyebrows where his eyebrows should be. He pulled it out of the ocean. It probably smells pretty bad. His eyes are probably a little red. That's why he's frowning. He can smell it. He understands the problem. He is not immune to the stench of the seaweed, but he handles it better than everyone else. I can see you supporting some people. I really can, and I understand that, but why, Nate? I just want to know. Give me your reasoning. What do you gain from it? Or is it like a charity case thing? I don't know. This guy just looks like he goes fishing and does it in an extremely inhumane way. You know, he's a fisherman, but not in a humane way. Ripping those things up. It's awful. It's really terrible. It's a little scary. He could be on your property right now. Did you know that? Have you checked outside your window lately? Have you made sure that he is not staring in? Have you made sure that his nose isn't pressed against the glass? Have you? No? Well, I would do that if I were you. Howie Mandel TikTok thing. I don't know. He would post that on TikTok. I'm just saying he would post the thing that Howie Mandel posted. He would. Anchovy. Wow. This is the kind of kid that would bully me in kindergarten, and I was not the same bitch I am today in kindergarten, all right? I was worse. Somehow, as a child, I was far worse than I am now, which if you can't fathom that, I understand. I would have gotten into multiple fights with this kid, all right? I really would have. Bull cut ass motherfucker. And that's okay, and I understand that, but Will Byers would like his haircut back, and I think it's really, really rude of you to steal and plagiarize that. You know, making it your own brand is actually not that cool when he has that haircut copyrighted, all right? You're making fun of children everywhere who cut their own bangs with craft scissors at age 10 and cried in the mirror for 3 hours because they thought they looked like a pasta bowl. This guy would yell at me at GameStop. Anchovy, I'm putting an end to this. You know what? I'm gonna revert back to my kindergarten self and get in his scrap. I really am. It's between Hot Topic sale and Howie Mandel TikTok thing. I kind of feel like he deserves to be in Howie Mandel TikTok thing because he is just so bloodshot in the eyes. Like Alfonso, I feel like at least has a little bit of dignity left. This guy is just full on crazy. So Howie Mandel TikTok thing, you know what? I'm crazy too, but I keep it a little bit more under control than you do, buddy. I really do. Jacob/Jakey. Apparently in the UK he's called Jakey, which is horrifying, you know? Somebody at Nintendo was like, no, the British people really need to say Jakey. They need to say Jakey like they're a fucking baby. They need to go, Jakey, come here and come into my house. No. What is going on here is my question. Is there some kind of theme that I'm supposed to be recognizing? Because he kind of looks like a goddamn tomato at the top. He's stealing Ketchup's brand at the top, but then we get to the bottom and he's got this weird yellow goatee thing. Not only that, but like eyebrows. Something is going on deep inside of this man that's very evil. You know, I feel like he would be hired by Jeff Bezos to do marketing strategies, and that's never a good thing. He has a background in psychology so he can manipulate you. It's really terrible. When they interrogate you, he is the one that's just staring silently into your soul, and he can get you to say anything. He could get me to admit to any crime that I've done. And that's a little bit of a terrifying prospect, so I hope to beat him down enough that he does not come after me. He's really scary. He's just a scary man. The birds are such a terrifying species in my opinion. Those beaks are so sharp that I feel like my eyes are in danger. Like I really want to close my eyes. They're protected by glasses, but I just want to close them anyway. I don't want that pecker in my eye. That's terrifying. No thank you. He's better than Anchovy and Nate. That's the thing. He's better. You know, I hate to say it, don't let him hear that because he'll take it to his head. He'll take it to his head. He'll take anything you give him to his head. So be careful what you say in front of this man. Hot topic sale though. Definitely hot topic sale. There is nothing you can do except guard yourself from this boy as much as you can. He wants your blood and flesh. Rodeo, rest in peace, king. If you don't know, he has been unfortunately murdered by Shino on my island. As far as I know, I have not seen the man around still. He is still missing. I am very worried about his health and safety, and Shino did admit to having incriminating evidence in her home. So that's unfortunate, but I love this man so much. There's a reason I took him on day one. He is such a sweetheart, okay? He is dressed up in his little wizard robe. He is definitely haunted by a demon. That's okay. Y'all gotta stop being demon phobic because he's cute. Gays love this man, and I am gays. This guy wins at everything he does. Not only does he work at a Hot Topic, but he's not a Hot Topic sale, okay? He works at Hot Topic, but he's gonna help you find the best deal. He's gonna help you find that 60% off instead of that 20% off. He's a king. He did probably once curse my house, but I think he was just a little scared, a little spooked like a dog. You know, that's a little worrying, and especially now that he might not be with us, I do worry what is gonna happen to my home. That's okay. Rodeo, you're my son. WineDrunkCeleste, absolutely. This man would be at the WineDrunkCeleste party and he would be telling me all about the hidden facts about the book we were reading on book club, okay? He knows. He's got like little bookmarks. He's got annotations. Stu, I should not hate this man as deeply as I do. I really shouldn't because he is just a normal man. He really is. He is not as rancid as like most of the fucking bulls, okay? He's pretty good for a bull. He's not that bad. But something about him just invokes like primal rage in my heart that makes me want to exterminate him. Like, I don't know. Something about the way he's looking at me just makes me so uncomfortable. Like, why is his name Stu, first of all? That is gross. That is awful. I'm so sorry. Why does he do this? He has allowed himself to become this man, and I think that's the most terrifying part about him. You know, he doesn't care. He doesn't care what he becomes. All he cares is that he is alive and he is thriving. And you know what? I'm not thriving. It is at the expense of all of our health. He wants what he's gonna get, and he's gonna get it. No. I don't think so. Stu, the power is taken away from you when I no longer fear you, and I no longer fear you, buddy, alright? You're just some guy. Hot topic sale. I don't fucking think so, buddy. I'm done fearing you. I really am. I'm done being afraid. Bob! I am ready to upset some people on this day. Bash me as much as you want. I love a fight. I think it's adrenaline inducing. I think it's fun. I like yelling, except I don't like yelling, and don't yell at me, please. I will cry. I don't like Bob. He's so sinister. I'm sorry. You could tell me all you want that this man is just a stoner cat or he's just a baby. He's just a kid. I don't care what you want to tell me about this man. He has evil intentions beyond our comprehension. He is truly plotting my demise and how he is going to dismember me and throw me down a well, just so the birds can like eat the flesh off my body and make sure that there is no remnants of who I used to be, so the body is unidentifiable. He knows the exact date and time of my death, and he is going to utilize that. Something is so evil and vile about this man that just looking at him makes me want to like cleanse my soul of something. I don't know. No, thank you. Howie Mandel TikTok thing, because I feel like he's just a very evil man. He's just a very evil man. And you know what? Howie Mandel's posting was very evil, and it has set me back years in my recovery from trauma. Mo is sure a lot to take in. He is sure a lot to take into my head. You know, I see a lot of colors and all of them are making me want to like bat my eyelashes a couple times and make a cartoon boyoyoing noise, you know? There's something very terrifying here. But at the same time, I don't distrust him because of that. You know, I think he was dealt a bad hand. I don't think he's evil. I don't think he has anything wrong with him. I just think that he was given a very interesting deck of cards. And the ones he pulled are a little bit scary, and he does frighten me a little bit. Like if he was my sleep paralysis demon, I would be scared. I would be really terrified that this man was standing at the foot of my bed. But I know him well enough and I know his intentions well enough that I do not fear him. You know, I feel like he might work at just like a nice little Walgreens and help you get your cigarettes if you smoke. If you don't smoke, he's gonna make you start smoking. I don't know. I just don't know where this all came from, and that's my biggest problem. Like, how do you get to this point in your life? I would like to ask him questions. If I was a podcast host, I would definitely like to ask him some questions. I don't want to put him in Hot Topic sale because that feels bad. I'm gonna put him in laying on the cold hard tile because I do like him. I just feel bad for this man. That's the thing. I feel bad for him, so I'm bumping him up. You know, I might put him in Hot Topic sale otherwise, but I feel bad for him. You know, I have some empathy for him, so he's going up here. Punchy. Now this is the real stoner cat, okay? This guy, don't tell me anything about this motherfucker. This guy wins at life. He is very sweet. He's very kind. I've had him on my island before. He was the exact opposite of a menace. He did nothing wrong. I would like to give him a house remodel one day. I feel like that would be fun. House Hunters style, Property Brothers, HGTV ass shit. I feel like he would be fun to work with to design a house. Is that weird? Is it weird to just envision becoming the third Property Brother and helping this man out? It's not. I've decided it's actually not. So you know what? I love this man. I think he is so fucking cute. I think he's one of the best lazies you can get. Look, he's got a little uwu mouth and everything. You know, he's smiling. He's happy. He's sweet. He's kind. He wants the best for you, and he will sacrifice himself to do that. WineDrunkCeleste, absolutely. This guy is out here taking an edible at the book club. He's a king. I want to know, like, what kind of psychological torture you have to put a human being through to make them into Benedict. If you went through something bad enough in your life, you might be able to turn into Benedict, I think. Maybe not the chicken part, but just like a man like this, you know? A broken, terrifying little man. Look, he's got like a fucking silicone hat on. That's definitely silicone. I feel like it is. Like he cut it out of a rubber glove or something. This guy's fucked. All right, this is fucked up. It's really terrifying to see that this man is out there lurking, you know? Like I feel like you would find him in an alleyway and he would be like, you want to buy some drugs? And you'd be like, not from you. Certainly not from you. He's one of those drug dealers that even if you wanted drugs, you couldn't trust him. You couldn't trust him. There's something wrong there. There's something wrong. You know, he's looking at you. He's like, have you guys ever thought of like chewing on bones like a dog? Like he would say that to you. That's terrifying. That's very scary. I don't want that to happen to me. I've been through enough. No, Benedict. YogurtWater. I'm sorry. This guy is fucked up. That's terrifying. Jesus Christ. You know, lock your doors at night, man. Get a security system. Get cameras up. Don't let him near you. You're not gonna come out alive, you know, no matter how well you think you can. You're not. Egbert? Oh, Lord. This guy is like the chicken from Los Pollos Hermanos logo, but he has seen all of the things that Gus Fring has done. You know, he was there. He was an eyewitness, and now he looks like this. This is what happens when you see everything that happened in Breaking Bad. You watch everything that went down, and he's scared. Who's letting him do this? You know, I just want to help him. I really do. I have the urge to fix this man, which is terrible. Not in a relationship way. It's really an experiment that I want to do. I don't like it, but also it's not the worst I've ever seen. I'm gonna put him in Hot Topic sale. He's just going through a lot, but also that doesn't excuse your actions, buddy. You made a couple of bad choices, okay? It really just, it has to happen like that. This guy, Barreled. Barreled has an absolute reputation in the Animal Crossing community, and I can't help but applaud him for that, you know? Somebody that scares people so badly that they are just absolutely fucked up at the sight of seeing you, that is a pretty big accomplishment in my opinion. You know, he has a name. He built a brand for himself. He's like all of those YouTubers who do like horrible shit for clout, but he's an Animal Crossing villager and he's not actually hurt anyone. That's the thing. But I am terrified of him. You know, I have been affected by him. As much as I want to see past his crimes and his lies, I can't. I am not immune to Barreled. I'm really not immune to Barreled, and that's a terrifying thought for me. But at the same time, I feel like he's smart for all of this. You know, he's getting the attention he wants. He's getting the shout out from the universe that he wants by being this way. And for that, I applaud him. It takes a lot of creative genius to do this. It really does. However, Howie Mandel TikTok thing, please cover your ears for a second. I'm about to say something very terrible. His lips kind of look like the thing that Howie Mandel posted. Sorry, I'll delete my channel now. I will. This video is not going up. Obviously, it's going up. I spent too much time on it. I really did. I made a whole intro sequence and everything. Please watch it. Chester. I like Chester. I hate to say it. I know not everybody's gonna agree with me, and that's fine, but he's just a sleepy man, all right? He's cute. He's cute. Look at him. He's tired. He's sleepy. He's absolutely exhausted. This guy just needs a fucking nap, and so do I. You know, the past few days I've been so fatigued that like the second I go to bed, it's like out like a light, no dreams, wake up 18 hours later. I am so tired lately, and so this guy just relates to me on a spiritual level. I feel like he possessed me and he's like rotating through my bones like a tornado, just cleaning them off, making him tired. I feel like he might be some kind of Sandman, and I think that's really fun. I think that's an exciting idea for him. I've never seen anyone anyone do it like Chester. I really haven't. I think he's cute. I would definitely have him on the island again. I think he would cause some mayhem, some havoc. Laying on the cold hard tile. I love Chester. You know what? You can fight me on that one. You really can. Marty. We finally have one where they included the Sanrio villagers. Can you believe it? This person is a saint. Whoever made this goddamn list is like my personal best friend. Thank you so much. Marty is a baby. Marty is a sweetheart. I have such a soft spot in my heart for Marty. You know, this guy knows how to make macarons without them turning out like shit, and that is a skill that not many have. This guy could even make a fucking souffle and it wouldn't deflate. This guy's insane. He is an absolute mad lad when it comes to baking, alright? You'd never seen anything like it. If NASCAR was a baking competition, he would be running people over. He would be crushing it. I love this guy. Look at his eyebrows. He has the same fucked up little line eyebrows that I do. King. Absolute fucking king. Not only that, but my friend Octo drew this guy sitting in an orange. Octo's Instagram will be linked down below. Please follow them. They are my best friend. I need him to go into WineDrunkCeleste. I need him to do that for me. Look at his blush. That is the most subtle, sweet little blush I've ever seen in my life. He knows how to do blush right, okay? That's a king. That is a man that we have never seen before. Insane. Please write in Marty on your ballots this month. Look at his little smile. Fucking hell. I need this guy on my island at some point, alright? I have his amiibo. It's gonna happen one day. It really will. I've never had a cub before on my island. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Pudge. I really want to know what was going through the designer for Pudge's like head when he was creating this. Like, I feel like he might have been reading kind of some kind of horror manga. He might have been maybe taking in Silence of the Lambs for the first time and he was just drawing, idly doodling. Like, his hand started to move on its own. He didn't even think of this because I feel like this is something that can't go through a human mind. His hand started moving by itself and he made Pudge and he was like, oh, some kind of horrifying creature has drawn this and now I'm a little too scared to not send it to Nintendo, and Nintendo heard about that and they were like, yeah, that's fucked up, let's use it. I can't believe they just let him roam free. You know, I don't think he's some kind of haunted doll or something. I just don't know what he is. You know, he feels like some kind of enigma. Like he would be the elephant's foot at the bottom of Chernobyl. That has to be where he fucking spawned from. There is no other explanation. There is no other idea for where this man's origin is. YogurtWater. Looking at him gives me the same experience as it would be if I took a straw out and I was like, let me have some delightful fucking yogurt water as a drink. Let me do that. Let me do that. Let me take this right now and I'm gonna take a squig. That's what he reminds me of. So thank you, Pudge, for putting that in my mind. Stitches! This guy is a favorite for a reason. I won't lie to you. He is hyped up as hell, and I don't care. He is hyped up as fuck, and I am proud of him for that. You know what? He deserves stardom. If he was on the Ellen Show in 2011, like Sophia, Grace, and Rosie, he would be famous. Absolutely. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that era of time? That was insane. The Ellen Show has ended. I think I need to move into a nursing home, quite honestly. I think it's time for me. You know what? I've had enough. I've been on the internet for too long. I'm done. Anyway, Stitches. You know it's bad when I just like start spiraling into an existential crisis while I'm ranking video game characters. It's a terrible sight to see, but I hope Nintendo is just absolutely horribly in love with me for this. I love him. I think that this guy would be a good character for a Toy Story type movie. You know, he's a little bit in shambles, but he loves everybody. He's gonna protect you. He's gonna use whatever weird forces are inside of him, like Pinocchio ass shit, to do good. Pinocchio wouldn't do good. This guy, he is a charitable man. He is gonna donate his body to science once he's done. WineDrunkCeleste, absolutely. Stitches is my child. Stitches is my baby. Stitches has my entire heart and I miss him. I hope he's doing well. I want to see him on a mystery island at some point just to give him a little pat on the back and say, you're doing good, buddy. I'm proud of you. Next we have Beau. This man is in the heart of every single cottagecore bitch on the entire world and I love him for that. I think that he deserves that. I absolutely do think he deserves that. He is so sweet and every time I see him I'm just a little bit tempted to take him just because of how adorable he is. Something about him just gives me the feeling that French toast gives me. The mapley, brown, sugary, buttery. He looks a little bit like he would smell like butter, which is a good thing or a bad thing depending on who you ask. I think it's a good thing. I think he would smell like a Bath & Body Works fall candle. Let this man live and flourish kind of like a cactus and he will. You know, you don't have to care for him. You don't have to give him any water. He's just out there living his life. He's kind of like a little fixture on your island. That's what Beau is. I cannot take a hint of personality from this man. He is like a little ceramic pumpkin you get at Home Goods and then you have to like fuck with the label for 20 minutes to peel it off because those Home Goods labels are horrid. King. Laying on the cold hard tile. I love him. I think about him constantly. You know what? He's on my mind all the time. He really is. Eric. Eric is another fan favorite, I think. He is not as cute to me as Beau is. I don't know why. You'd think I would love a moose. I love the idea of those funky fresh villagers that are funky fresh animals, but this guy just doesn't do it for me. You know, I've had him on past islands and I always ended up kicking him off because I just wasn't having it. I've been trying to like him for a long time. He's kind of like a Judy to me, but of men, which, you know, It's okay. It's really all right. It's fine. But I think he's really cute. That's the thing. He's very meh to me. I just can't connect with this man. I wish I could. I feel like we were not ever meant to be friends. You know, we were meant to be very distant people. And I think I like him from afar. That's the best thing. When I see him on somebody else's island, I'm like, yeah, I like that guy. When he's on my own island, you know, I don't like him. It's kind of like coworkers. If you had a coworker in your house, you might hate him. If you see him at work, you like him. I'm also going to put him in laying in the cold hard tile just because I respect him from afar. I think, yeah, absolutely. There are so many lazy dogs. It's actually insane. Everybody in their right fucking mind was like, we need a lazy dog. We need another one. And John Nintendo was like, please, I am fucking begging you. We have 18 already. God, if we get one more, the entire system's going to overheat. The Joy-Cons are going to start drifting. The fan is going to go crazy. And Nintendo was like, you know what? Do it. Do it. Destroy the entire system so that we can have all of these lazy dogs, please. And they did. Benjamin, why do I like him? Am I so wrong? Am I so wrong for liking this man? Am I so wrong for wanting to give him a little hug? Like, he's looking at me. He's sad. He's scared. I have to take him in. I have to take care of him. You know, I'm not going to leave this little dog on the street. He's doing his best. Why are you all turning him away like this? Get a little bit of a heart, please. He is doing his best. He is really doing his best. He can only survive off of takeout food and stuff, but that's a small price to pay for Benjamin. If he eats a single leaf, he will die. That's okay. I do like Benjamin. Honestly, I hate to say it. I kind of want him on my island at some point. I like this man. Laying on the cold hard tile. Just get that in your head. He is doing his best, okay? He's doing his fucking best. So am I. Biscuit. Biscuit lives on my island currently. He is a current resident of Idylla Cove and an ex-boyfriend of Raymond. I hope I broke that up. Raymond was not the right fit for him. I'm hoping Phil will be the right fit for him. I don't know. I haven't logged into the game. I like this guy so much. He is my favorite little boy. He is just an absolute angel to have on the island. And you know what? He got mixed up with the wrong person. That's fine. I fixed it. I really did. And you might say, don't control his life. And the thing is, I would stop controlling his life if I wasn't a control freak who needed everybody to follow exactly what I'm doing and needed to mold the island to my exact shape or I will cry. I love him. He's really a fucked up little dude. You know, he's wearing that meme shirt all around. He doesn't even know what the hell a meme is. You know, it's a real cat. What is up with that? Animal Crossing just put a real cat on a shirt and expected nobody to question it. What the hell? What are memes in the Animal Crossing universe that this is a meme shirt? The implications are getting a little weird here. I'm gonna tell you my thoughts about Biscuit. We're gonna stop talking about this. I love him. He's a freak. He's a menace. I love him. WineDrunkCeleste, an absolute banger of a villager, a himbo. My son, he looks like Halloween Pippi Longstockings costume that you got for $3 at the dollar store. Bones! I think he's having a little bit of an allergic reaction. Unfortunately, that is totally okay. You know what? I'm having allergies too. My eyes are burning like shit every single fucking day and it hurts so bad. Like when your eyes are so burny and tired that you just keep them closed and then when you open it, it's like, ah. Maybe he's dealing with that too. He's really cute. I just don't feel as much of a draw to him as I do the rest of the lazy dogs. I feel like I have a lot more of a soft spot for the rest of the lazy dogs, but I don't dislike him. He's not my favorite. I just wouldn't give him my credit card information like I would the rest of these jokers, you know? Everybody up here can have my credit card information as well as my social security number. Bones can't. I want to like him desperately, I really do, but something is just telling me to trust my gut and not give him my credit card information. So I'm gonna put him in Hot Topic sale. I know that's a controversial thing, but I just had to do it. I had to go with my gut. You know, I have to speak my truth to you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. He's a mid-tier man. Sorry. Lucky! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Lucky was the first person to help Gerard Way write Cemetery Drive, okay? He was there. He did it. He is a co-writer. If you check the credits, it's gonna say Lucky the dog from Animal Crossing, the whole name. That's his full legal name. This guy is fantastic. Whatever Red Bull and coffee mixture the person who made this man was on, I would like to try it. Yes, if it mixed with my Adderall, I would die. However, if it gets me to his point, he looks sick as fuck. If I could walk around being a mummy like that would be sick as fuck. I would totally do that. He is so cool. He is everything to me. His house is a fucking graveyard. Have you seen it? It's incredible. Absolutely WineDrunkCeleste. There is no other place for this man to go. I'm sorry. You have to understand. You have to know what I am saying here. You have to see it. Okay? You gotta. Next we have Marcel. And I gotta say, I love him. I really do love this guy. You know what? A mime aesthetic is not something I thought I would be into, but honestly I am. I would totally love to do a mime aesthetic sometime. Can you imagine being a mime goth? What the hell? You would probably get stunned by a taser at some point by some old man, especially where I live, but you know what? I think it would be worth it. I think it would be really worth it. I want him to teach me his ways. I really do. I want to know how he got to this point. Obviously, he's a little fucked up. He's a little scared. He's a little terrified of what he's become. You know, he's seen unspeakable horrors. Okay. Laying on the cold hard tile next to Benjamin where he belongs. Okay? Where he fucking belongs. Where he should be all of his life on every tier list. Thank you. Walker. Okay. I like him. I think nobody ever talks about Walker for no fucking reason. You know, I get he's a little plain. I get he's a little funky, and I get he's he's a little weird, but this guy absolutely has worked at a Journeys and helped me try on shoes for my big ass feet. Should I say that I have big ass feet on the internet? Am I gonna get requests for feet pics now? I mean, if you want to pay me, I'm not gonna. He would do really well in the Journeys uniform. And I think that this guy just wants to help people. He might be a little bit too into collecting football memorabilia. I feel like he's a memorabilia kind of guy. You know, you walk into his room and it's covered floor to ceiling in like trading cards, and it's a little scary at first, but you gotta respect his interests. You gotta understand, you know, my house is covered floor to ceiling in plushies, and I need that to be respected. He's a good boy. He's really a good boy. I think that he is worth everything, and I think that everybody is giving him none of the respect he deserves. So Walker is gonna go into laying on the coal tar tile again. I'm sorry, all of these lazy dogs are going here, and I just don't know where else to put them because they're great. They're not WineDrunkCeleste great, but they're great. These are my two sons, so obviously they're going up here, but they have to be here. Durwin, however, deserves no respect, and I think that I would like to see what happens if you just put this guy through like therapy, because I can't tell if he would go full Chad or if he would just get better, because like I want the best for this guy, but I just don't see it happening. And he would be interesting to study, but I don't want to study this guy because I don't want to get close to him. He would call me a girl even though I've corrected him multiple times and I'm non-binary, you know? YogurtWater, fuck you, Durwin. I don't fucking think so. I just really don't fucking think so. I think you need help. Next we have Drake. They really gave this guy the right name, didn't they? I know he's supposed to be a mallard duck. I understand that. I understand where they were coming from, but this doesn't even look like a mallard duck. I don't know why they approved this. They were like, yeah, this definitely looks like a mallard duck. No, it doesn't. The person who made this had like seen a mallard duck 20 years ago as a child at the park while they were being chased by bees, and they were like, yeah, I'll just go off of that memory I have. No. It doesn't work. It's like the LaCroix of Animal Crossing villager animal recreations. Look at his eyebrows though. Those are a good bitch brow. Honestly, I would totally take that stencil for myself. I love a good dark black bitch brow. That's all I can take from him, quite honestly. That's all we can gain from this man, and that's a little scary. I feel like we just deserve a little bit better than Drake. He's just out there. Damn. Howie Mandel TikTok thing. I don't think so. I just really don't want him anywhere near me. I feel like I can get a restraining order against anybody in these two categories. Restraining order being filed right now, absolutely. And they'll get past it, of course, but it's good to have that legal boundary in mind. Joey! I love Joey, okay? I don't care that he wears a diaper. He's a fucking baby, alright? You want the baby to shit on the floor? You want the baby to shit on the floor? You want a baby to shit on the floor, really? You do? You think that's a good idea? This man is a baby. Somebody abandoned him. He's just walking around like flapping his little arms. He's like, holy shit, I'm a baby. Like, what the hell? You're gonna leave him there to suffer? You're gonna leave this baby with giant eyebrows to suffer? Look, his eyes are just little dots. He can't even see out of those. He can't see shit. He's blind. This poor baby. This poor baby. And you're gonna let him suffer? Alright, somebody help Joey. Somebody help Joey. I've got my hands full with some other men right now, but somebody take care of Joey. I just can't stand to see him out here waddling around alone. That is heartbreaking, alright? Do you not have a sense of soul for this man? He needs help. He has no job. He has no money. His pockets are empty. He needs help. Hot Topic sale. Unfortunately, he is a baby, so I feel uncomfortable ranking him any lower or higher. He's just a baby. He's literally just an infant child that popped out of the womb. God. Ugh. Weber. He just feels like when you cringe really hard, like looking at him is the same sense as when you see something secondhand embarrassing and you're like, ee. That is just what he reminds me of. Look at his one eyebrow, like looking up. He's like, what are you looking at? Bitch, I know what I'm looking at. You know what I'm looking at too. You woke up this morning, you looked in the mirror, you know what I'm looking at. I'm sorry. Again, Will Byers would like his hair back. You know, you and Anchovy should start a little club about how you're plagiarizers and how you just can't get that little bang moment out of your head. This guy works at an accounting firm, but he just doesn't understand taxes at all. He's helping you commit tax evasion is what he's doing, and he's gonna get caught and get away with it. He really is gonna get away with it. There's no way this guy could be put into jail. I'm just saying, you wouldn't see this guy in a jail cell. There's no way in hell. He's too slippery for that. All right, no thank you. Howie Mandel TikTok thing. Awful, terrible, disgusting, vile. I don't think so. Pay your fucking taxes, buddy. I don't know what it is about the superhero villagers, but something about them is just so wrong. Like, why did Nintendo feel the need to make these men is my question. Why? What are they saving you from? Because I have never seen them once do anything that is like helpful to society, never seen them once help anybody. Why is he doing this? He's a superhero? For who? Do something productive. Oh my god, he's destroying society instead. I feel like he's one of those people who says that like sparkling water actually tastes like something and you just don't have a refined enough palate. You go drink your TV static water, buddy. Do it. I don't care. Hot Topic sale. That took me a while. That really took me me a while. I was so close to putting him into Howie Mandel TikTok thing, but I feel like he would still at least be a little scared if he saw that on his For You page, you know? He at least has a little bit of humanity left in him enough that he would understand that that's terrifying. Dizzy is like the epitome of a children's TV show that's meant for them to only watch to get like color stimulation. He is so blank. Everything about him is like a blank sheet of paper, you know? And you can't draw on him because he's just doing his thing, you know? He's supposed to be bland and absolutely plain. It's almost, I want to see what he grows up to be. But at the same time, I know he's not going to change. This is his life. This is how he lives his life. And I just cannot imagine the idea of living with like a blank piece of concrete for the rest of your life. Hot Topic sale. I'm sorry. Don't even talk to me about this. You all know. We all know. This guy has been at the Hot Topic sale and he sees the 20% off and he's like, that's a good deal. No, it's not. It's always that price. What am I supposed to feel? What am I supposed to feel? What was Nintendo's idea when they made this man? What was he supposed to give me feelings of? Was he supposed to make me excited because there's bright colors? Was he supposed to bring me joy? He doesn't. He brings me no joy. He brings me nothing. In fact, he just brings me fear, anxiety. You know when you're trying out a new anxiety medication and it makes you more anxious? This guy is the epitome of that feeling where like your leg is bobbing and you're starting to black out. He's fucking scary. Howie Mandel TikTok thing, just because I feel like he would be like, haha, that's so funny, Howie, from America's Got Talent or whatever he's on. What show is he on? There's too many of them. Why do they make so many fucking singing shows? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. You can have one or two. I want to like Tucker so fucking bad, you don't understand. I genuinely want to love this man. I love the idea of a mammoth villager. He's got the tusks. He's got cool ass lavender eyeshadow. I think that's amazing. I think he's really doing his best, but the one fatal flaw about this man is every time I hear his name, I think of Tucker Carlson. If you don't know me in person, which half of you probably do, I have this thing in my brain where I just desperately want to get in a fight with Tucker Carlson. It's kind of like a switch that flicks every time I see his face where I turn into a primal animal again. You know, the evolution cycle just goes way, way, way backward and I'm a gorilla wanting fresh meat again. Like that's kind of what happens when I see Tucker Carlson. So even when I see Tucker, the Animal Crossing sweet little baby mammoth villager, even the name, just I start feeling a little gorilla-y again. YogurtWater. I'm sorry. If he changed his name, if his name was like Dave or something, perfect. Incredible villager, top tier villager. His name is Tucker though, and it invokes primal rage in me. Jeremiah. Alright, why did I say it like that? That was like such a weird way to say that. That was a man trying to be funny kind of way of saying that. I hated that. Thank you. I'm sorry. Jeremiah is a very interesting case of a person because he just reminds me of a kid's kiddie pool. I feel like he would be made out of cheap Home Depot plastic, and that's cool. I think that's a very fun aesthetic to have. I think that's exciting. I think he's really doing something there. He's got a brand that nobody else has. He's got something that is different and it's special, and I'm proud of him for that. I really am proud of him. I think he's doing great. I think he's doing an amazing job, but wouldn't have him on my island. Just wouldn't, because I feel like he is a little bit like toothpaste. I don't know. That's the only way I can say it. He's toothpastey. Sorry. Hot Topic sale. Fucking wrong category again. My fingers are slipping like I was covered in canola oil and I am crawling my way to a deep fryer. 5 o'clock shadow ass man. What else am I supposed to say here? He's got a 5 o'clock shadow, and I know that they didn't mean to do that. I know it's not supposed to look like that, but why did they put flesh color in it? Why? You could have avoided that completely. You could have just done what you were supposed to do and made him a normal ass frog, and yet you had to put some flesh there. You had to make him a little human. You had to blend the lines between the uncanny valleys, and you had to make him look like this, because otherwise I think he would be a sweetheart, and I just don't want to look at it, and I don't want to talk about it because it feels like it's a Bloody Mary type thing where if I say his name too many times he's gonna show up, so we're just gonna move on. Howie Mandel TikTok thing, absolutely. Hate the man. Don't want to think about it. What is he made out of? Is it skin? Why is it skin? Why would they do that, Nintendo? Are you making bodily horrors beyond our comprehension? We don't know. Rattle is such a fucking king. Look at him wearing his mask. He is practicing safety. He is practicing good medical help. Alright, he will help you. He will not dismiss your claims. He knows that you've been through a lot to get to a good doctor, and he's gonna help you. He's gonna do everything in his goddamn power to fix you. He's gonna actually listen to your concerns. He's gonna take down all of your symptoms. He's gonna do research. He is not your average doctor. He is helpful. He will point you in the right direction, even if nobody else agrees with it. Even if he is the sole one rooting for you, he's rooting for you. I love Rattle. I think this guy is absolutely incredible. I think he is doing more for the medical field than any other doctor will ever do. Listen to your patients. doctors, please, and learn from Rattle. Learn from him. Fuck the American healthcare system, alright? I've been through it. We've all been through it. WineDrunkCeleste, though. I love this man. Ooh, Sherb the Murderer, my favorite. We love a murder. We really do. We absolutely love a dastardly murder, especially when it's a little blue goat. This guy, if you haven't seen the Amanda Files version of Sherb that is corrupted and cursed, I highly recommend you do. This is one of my favorite little guys on earth who has the power to dismember and kill. He has done so many crimes, and yet I keep tuning in. I keep watching him do them, and I will continue to support him doing it. It's kind of like the Shino thing, except with him, I think he's fun. With Shino, I think she's hot. I love him. I do. I think he deserves the world. WineDrunkCeleste, absolutely, except I would not let him in the WineDrunkCeleste party because that feels like a health hazard, but I see him in the same high regard. The Russian sleep experiment was real, and I know this because Al exists. Every single creepypasta you've ever read in your life and you were like, that can't be real. It's real because he exists. It's real because he wished it into existence, you know? He is absolutely like rampaging through the world, making absolutely awful things come true. He has too many powers and we need to stop him. YogurtWater, absolutely. Where else could I put this man? I am disgusted. I am appalled. I am really tired of everything he does, and he just makes me sick to my stomach, quite honestly. And I'm tired of being sick to my stomach, alright? I have IBS, Al. Don't make it worse. Fuck you. Clay, he is so worrying to me. I feel like he was meant to be something cool, like a wrestler or whatever, which isn't cool to me. I don't like wrestling. That shit's gross. But they fucked him up so bad that I feel like he is just a Leatherface killer. Like, he's making masks out of human skin. It's terrible. He's making skin masks. You don't want a skin mask man walking around. Probably stinks like hell. And he's just like, oh, it's just natural body odor. No, it's not. You have somebody else's face on your face. That's scary, bud. That's not normal. You don't want to do that. And he's like, I do kind of want to do that. I think it's fun. I think it's exhilarating. I love the feeling of open flesh on my flesh. That's scary. Look at his eyes. They are soulless. Where did his eyes go? Howie Mandel TikTok thing. Scary. Far too scary by far. I was scared. I used this man in the intro because he scares me so deeply that I feel like he was the only way to put across how I feel about YR men. I feel like he is what makes your body throw up when you need to throw up. Like, they just insert a little bit of Clyde into you and you're like, bleh, you know? This guy, he's a cloud of stench. Clyde, please stay in that little quarantined area we made for you. We don't want any more people to die because of this. It's very scary. YogurtWater, absolutely. There's no other place for him, and he deserves to rot down there. He probably is the inventor of YogurtWater. He drinks it every day. Elmer, why would they make his name that? You know, I just feel fucking bad. I really do. I feel awful. Can you imagine how much bullying you would endure as a child if your name was Elmer and you were a horse? I mean, can you imagine how much bullying you would endure if you were a horse to begin with? But you know what I mean. If you were a horse in a world where it was normal to be a horse, that would be fucked up. That'd be really fucked up. And Nintendo was probably like laughing their asses off doing that. They were like, haha, look at this guy. His name is Elmer, like the glue, because horse glue. No, that's not funny. You ruined a man's life. You ruined a man's life. That's not funny. That's not a haha moment. No. Elmer, absolutely not. I mean, like, he is not a bad design, quite honestly, so I'm gonna put him in Hot Topic sale. He's okay. I just feel so bad for him, and I don't want to use his name because I feel like that is just so sad. Like, look at his eyes. He's sad. He's like, are you gonna make fun of me for my name being Elmer again? No, I'm gonna yell at Nintendo for doing that to you. Jesus. Oh my god, you finally get some Lesbos lore. Lesbos was my first island, and Papi was actually the resident criminal. He dumped bodies in this giant river that I made. It was kind of awful, but he did try to burn down my house once. I forgive him. I really like okapis. Okapis are amazing animals, and I think that they really pulled him off well. I just don't want to be near him again because I kind of like to keep my house not burnt to a crisp. He was really running around like Jesse in season 5 of Breaking Bad with a can of gasoline going hee hee hee. You know, I don't like that, but I really do think he was a serve design wise. I think he really did something that everybody else was afraid to do, and that's crazy to me. That's really insane. I love you, Papi, but maybe like don't kill, maybe don't burn things, unless like it's for a good cause, then like okay, I guess. Lying on the cold hard tile, I still have a soft spot for him. He was my first island drama, so got a special place for him in my heart. Ozzy! I would normally dislike this man quite a lot, but Ozzy is the name of my sweet baby dog, my son, my everything, my moon and stars, the person I wake up for every day, the person I go to sleep at night at a reasonable time for when I do that. I love my dog. So by association, I love Ozzy the koala, kind of. He's still a little bit weird to me. He still looks a little bit sinister, but he is my son in Animal Crossing, so I have to like him. Laying on the cold hard tile, you know? I'm not gonna slander a man with the same name as my baby boy, my little angel, my little Blorbo, Scrimblow. I don't know. What are the kids calling cute things these days? You know, that was a really good cover-up of me trying to pretend I'm not still on Tumblr. I know what they're calling things these days. I wish I didn't. Rex is a villager in the game. He is really just so fungusy, just very fungusy. Like, I feel the scent of fungus emanating off of him. This is just a fungusy kind of man, and that's a little scary. I don't like that. I don't want a fungusy man near me. Is he contagious? Is he gonna give me something? I don't want that. He's smiling so smugly too. His proportions are just so bad. The lions are terrible. I fucking hate the lions. Howie Mandel TikTok thing. Go back to working at Sportsman's Warehouse and trying to sell me a bow and arrow, because apparently that's something you do. Deli is an interesting man because of the fact that I just don't even know where my trust is with him. I don't feel comfortable like looking at him for too long. You know, it feels like kind of something that could hypnotize you, which is really worrying. I feel like his eyes are some kind of endless dark pit, and I feel like he wants me to join some kind of cult. I've been in a cult before, so I'm used to it, but like I don't really want to do that again, Deli, and I wish he would stop looking at me like that. So I'm gonna put him in Howie Mandel TikTok thing. He just looks like he would watch gore for fun. Simon. Eee. What the hell? He looks like if that Paul Frank monkey had just seen a couple too many bad things. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't trust it. I don't want it anywhere near me. You know, if I saw this in a Facebook ad, I would report it for being unsavory content. I just don't think it's okay. I don't think it's legal. I don't think it's right. Simon, YogurtWater. I feel that strongly about this man. God, he's just looking at me. He looks like he has a thing for the Kool-Aid man. Broccolo. This is every single spoiled kid melted down into the shape of a rat and then dipped in blue paint, which is terrifying. I feel like that feels like an abomination that you shouldn't be able to do scientifically, so why is Broccolo here? He is every single toddler disobeying their parents at once so loudly that it sends a sonic boom into your ears and just turns your brain into jam. I can't stand the man. I really can't. He's got a fucking bowl cut too. What is with all of these lazy men and bowl cuts? You need help. You need to fix this. We all cut our bangs once, but you continue to do it. That is the sign of somebody who hasn't changed. And he's never gonna change. He's never gonna change. Howie Mandel TikTok thing, absolutely. Go to fucking hell. I don't think so. I have no feelings about Zucker. I know that he's an eternal god, and I really respect that for him. I think that's a great career. I really do. I think that is a good thing to go into. The money's probably really good. I just have no feelings about the man, and I cannot give you any. I just cannot give you anything. I know he's supposed to be like takoyaki. That's cool. That's great, I guess. I don't know. What am I supposed to say about this man when he gives me no emotions? You know, he just drains me of emotions. That's the thing. I feel nothing when I look at him. It's really an interesting phenomenon. I would like to see it be studied. I would like to see somebody look into this. Hot topic sale. Sorry, buddy. I just don't know. I just wish I knew. I wish I knew how I felt about you. I really do. I think that would be interesting if I knew, but I can't, and you have to respect that. Cranston is a villager that I have had on a previous island on Prisma Puff, which you may have seen if you've been here from the beginning, which if you have, I'm sorry. Cranston is certainly the epitome of mixing pasta water with coffee and saying it's sustainable. He is a very interesting man to me, but I don't hate him. I like that he's a little bit chaotic. I like that he doesn't know what he's doing. I think that's a very fun way to live your life. I think that if you keep stumbling into walls, eventually you're gonna find like a fake one and find a cool room. That's what I feel like he's doing. That's what I feel like his philosophy is, and I support that. And I like that his name is Cranston because it reminds me of Bryan Cranston, and I'm a terrible, dirty Breaking Bad fan. I don't hate Cranston. I really don't. I would take him again if I really had to. You know, he wasn't my choice, but he sure was a man that was on my island. You know, I don't dislike him. I'm gonna put him in laying in the cold hard tile because I feel like he understands why I like to lay on the cold hard tile. He feels it deep in his bones too. He knows what I'm talking about. I apologize that we're running out of room. I just have to deal with it. You know, if I have to deal with it, you have to deal with it, my friend. You really do. Boomer. Okay, I wish I disliked Boomer, but Boomer was the name of my first cat. Yeah, I'm sorry. I need to get these pet attachments off of these names because they're really messing with my ranking system. You know, I thought I was a stone cold bitch when it came to ranking these men, but every time there's a pet name, I'm like, oh, but it's my baby. You know what? This man is a pilot. He's a little weird. His catchphrase is human, which kind of makes me feel like he wants to eat bones. That's okay, though. I don't disrespect him for that. You know, I think that he's a very interesting person. He gives me very interesting vibes. I feel like he would have a journal that was like made from leaves or something that he found while he was stranded, kind of like Amelia Earhart style. He's a very well-traveled man. He could tell me a lot of stories, but at the same time, would I want to listen to them because I feel like he would find some way to make them a bit problematic. I don't know. He's definitely old. He's an old man. So I'm gonna go ahead and put him in hot topic sale. He's okay. He is not as bad as he could be, but he could also do better, and I think we should encourage that for him, and maybe one day he will. Maybe one day he will do better. Chadwick. I saw him on my most recent villager hunt with Vicky. If you haven't seen that video, it's down below. probably. I probably won't remember to put it there actually, but you can't fault me for that because I have just been harassed by Chadwick. I hate this man. Is he not the most stinky looking man ever? They added him in the 2.0 villagers when they could have added everyone else, okay? I want you to sink in with that. I want you to let that marinate in your brain. You know, Sunny the Frog is still sitting there in the void, cold, crying, shaking, and yet Chadwick is here. He's not even wearing fucking headphones, right? They're on like weirdly on his head. That's weird. Chadwick, that's weird. That doesn't make you quirky. That doesn't make you fun. That doesn't make you interesting. It makes you weird. This guy definitely knows all of the rules to fantasy football, and he's using them to manipulate you into giving him money. He is currently scamming people, and he is on the FBI watch list for crimes that we cannot discuss on YouTube. Chadwick, I think that you deserve to be put away in jail. I don't even want you to get better. I just want you out of my life, okay? I don't want to see you. I don't want to smell you. I don't want to look at you. I just think that Nintendo did everyone a disservice by doing this. This was a slap in the face from Nintendo, absolutely. YogurtWater, I fucking hate Chadwick, okay? I hate him. I hate him. I need you to understand that the fury rising from me is worse than a volcano that has been dormant for years. Cube, on the other hand, I love dearly. Cube, on the other hand, I feel like owns my heart. He has built a little ice castle inside of the valves of my heart and is currently causing heart failure, but it is what it is. He has screws for eyes, and you might think that's a little funky, that's a little scary. He's just a handyman who fucked up once, okay? Let him be. Just let him live his life. He is perfect the way he is. He has great colors. He is gorgeous. He reminds me of a Hot Wheels car. I love him so much. Cube, baby, you're doing everything right. I hope you understand that. I hope you know that. I hope you know all the haters are wrong, and I love you, and I'm gonna support you. We're gonna get you through college, buddy. Cold hard tile for sure. Next we have Puck. No. Wade, on the other hand, oh my god, he is a baby penguin. First of all, I need you to understand that he is a child. He's a baby penguin. He is on his own, living his life as a baby. He is taking care of himself and owning a house and keeping it tidy as a baby. Can you believe that? That's more than any of us have ever done as a baby. All we did was piss and shit and eat as a baby. Wade is an owner of property as a baby, as a child. A prodigy like this has never been seen before. You know what? There's people who are good at math. There's people that are good at reading at a very young age. Are y'all homeowners? No, you are not. He is a home owner, and he's a baby. He is a baby penguin with a house. He dusts everything. He like tidies up. He vacuums. Fucking king. WineDrunkCeleste. I love Wade. I love Wade. I support him with my entire life. Personally, I believe in Wade as a religion, as a way of life, as a way of thinking, as a philosophy. I love you, Wade. Who made Hugh and why? Like, what was that for? Really, what was it for? I don't understand. What was his goal in life? When they made this, they were like, who is this man? Who is this man? What does he want to be? What is he like? And nobody could answer, but they sent him out anyway. They were like, this guy's weird as hell. Here you go. Somebody's obviously gonna love him. Somebody's gonna take him in. And I know somebody has. I know somebody loves Hugh very much. I just wish he would complete his personality. I wish he would finish looking at the training manual and building one. I think he needs something more for me to not dislike him immensely. I think he was a cool concept. I think they were onto something there. But also he's wearing a camo shirt, which is a terrifying thought, and I think he should get help for that. Something about him is just odd. It's just odd. It's a little bit of an uncomfortable feeling. I'm gonna put him in Hot Topics sale. He makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but I don't want to get him in trouble for that. You know, he doesn't deserve to be in trouble for being a little bit funky and weird. I also don't want to give him too much attention because I feel like he might use it to make some kind of nuclear bomb. I don't like it. Spork. His name is Spork, alright? His name is Spork. I need you to first of all just understand that Nintendo as a company decided that they would release a villager named Spork, and they don't feel bad about that. They don't feel bad about the things they have caused to happen in kids' lives because Spork lived in their goddamn New Leaf town, alright? What is this? What on God's green earth? What is going on with his eyes? Is that supposed to be a scar? Did somebody try to cut him open at the head? I need a backstory for this. Is he a crime lord? Is he doing something a little bit terrifying? Is he the guy Tortimer crowbarred? I need to know what's going on with this man, because if I look at this without any context, I feel immense fear. I worry for myself. I worry for the safety of my mother. I worry for the safety of my grandmother. Why is he in my house? Why is he looking at me like that? Why is he breathing as if he was inhaling water? I just don't understand what's going on. Spork goes into yogurt water because you know that is his only diet staple. Good lord. Claude? Ooh. He is the slyest man I've ever seen. How is this guy not a fucking smug? Because he is so smug. He knows everything about you. He knows where you grew up. He knows your deepest insecurity. He knows that time you got on stage in kindergarten to do a recital and you fell on your face and broke your nose and then you got a nose job. He knows that you are in debt right now. He knows that you have a big credit card bill that you cannot pay off. He knows all of that and he can use it against against you, but instead he just lures it over you. He just lures it over you like he's about to drop an anvil on your head, but he never does. It's a sick, psychological, twisted game, and he just knows he's gonna keep playing it until the day he dies, or until somebody kills him. Claude, fix that goddamn look on your face, because one day somebody's gonna be tired of it. Howie Mandel TikTok thing. God. Ugh. Ugh. Cole is an absolute enigma. You know, he just reminds me of something that you cannot place. He is like, you know that post on Tumblr about the flavor where you mix Mike's Hard, cranberry, and I think cucumber lime Gatorade, and it makes a flavor that just tastes like nothing. I haven't tried that yet, but it's the only thing I want to do in my life before I die. It's like my bucket list thing. That's him. I feel like if he was a flavor, he would be the flavor, aka nothing. Nothing you can place physically. He is just a metaphysical being. He is in the walls. He is in every haunted house. He is why houses are haunted. He is not haunting them. He is just having a little bit of fun. Let him have his fun. I just can't believe that he exists as a person. I don't think Nintendo ever created him. I think he just was in their walls and requested like a physical form, so they finally gave it to him, and I think that's pretty fucking cool. Laying on the cold hard tile, absolutely. Thank you so much, Cole, for your service. We don't know what the hell you are, but we're proud of you. And you know what? I think he deserves a lot more recognition than he gets. Doc watched The Big Bang Theory and liked it. Doc thought The Big Bang Theory was funny. He was laughing his ass off. He was crying. He had red ass eyes. He was about to pass away from the lack of air. He is the reason pepper spray was invented, you know? Really, he is. Absolute Howie Mandel TikTok thing. A menace. He needs to be in jail. He needs to be finally prosecuted for his crimes, because we all know they've happened. Nobody's been able to like pin it on him, but we all know it was him. Everybody knows it was him. Fuck you. A blow up pool floaty. So I don't know what else to say about that. Make your own conclusions about that, but this motherfucker is full of air. How is he sentient? Who made him? Is he an abomination from God? Or is he a man-made horror? We'd love to know. Yogurt water. But he will never know the taste of yogurt water. That's the thing. He's not a real boy. He'll never be a real boy. And he'll never know the horrors of opening a yogurt and feeling the yogurt water go everywhere. He'll never know. And I hope he understands that he will never have blood running through his veins, and he will never feel falling in love, and he will never have a heartbeat. I hope he understands that the simple pleasures of life will never be felt by his unhuman skin. Sasha! Sasha! Sasha, the himbo of the century. Not only is he doing everything correct, he bamboozled everybody in the beginning when the 2.0 update was first announced. They decided to make a gay ass bitch, and I'm so proud. I love him. You know what? Welcome to the community, baby. I can't believe that Nintendo did this. This was one of the only things they've ever done right, and it was Sasha, and it was an incredible, beautiful, tear-jerking experience for everybody involved. If you were there in November when these bitches revealed themselves, it was a party. It was beautiful. It was one of the most bond-building experiences I've ever seen. Sasha is winning at everything, and I need you to understand that. So he is going in WineDrunkCeleste, obviously. Where else could I put this man? Genuinely, there is no better tier for this man than Wine Drunk Cute Little Owl, okay? I don't know how to feel about Hornsby, because I feel like at the same time he's just a child and I shouldn't make fun of a child, but at the same time I kind of want to make fun of a child. You know, there's something inside me that's saying it's okay. I know it's not okay to make fun of a child, but can I make fun of this one just a little bit, please? Why is he looking off to the side? Is he scared? Is he worried? I can understand if he was a little bit scared. Hornsby is interesting to me because he's just a primary color. That is like the epitome of Hornsby. They made him a primary color. I don't know how else to say that. He's just a primary fucking color. Nothing exciting. He is just blue. Hot Topic sale. Sorry. I don't know. There's just nothing I can give him to give him some spice. There's no spice in this child, which again, I'm sorry for making fun of a child, but wouldn't you? Come on, we can be honest with each other. You would make fun of a child, right? If the time was right, please say that to me. Filbert. The squirrels are one of my favorite species in Animal Crossing. They are small, they are tiny, they are minuscule, they are walking around the size of a fly, and we just have to live with them like that, and it's perfect. It's fantastic. It's everything you want when you turn on Animal Crossing. You want to see this little creature, this tiny little stubby ass creature walking around. That's what you want. And I just wish I could be a squirrel. Filbert is the perfect example of a type of squirrel I would want to be. He has no thoughts. He has never had a thought in his life. Does he know what taxes are? No. Does he know what a social security number is? No. Has he ever even cooked a meal for himself? No, they just show up on his doorstep because he's that powerful. He doesn't know it. He doesn't know he's a fucking wizard, but he is. This guy is crazy. This guy is insane. And I just want to give him the most perfect soft hug and tuck him into bed and say, you made it, buddy. You're gonna do it again tomorrow. I'm proud of you. You're my son. I raised you from since you were a tiny baby, and I want to see you grow up strong. I love you, Filbert. Laying on the cold hard tile. And with that, we have done every single villager, and we only have one more species left, so I'm officially out of luck. Thank you all for watching. Our biggest category today looks like it is Howie Mandel TikTok thing, which makes a lot of sense because a lot of these men are very rancid. Let me know, why do you think are men? I hope you liked this video, and I hope you liked the audio. It's a little bit better because Amanda sent me a fucking microphone because she's really cool and amazing and I love her so much. So just please go give her all of your love and support and everything, because for some reason she believes in my ass, which is insane. So thank you, Amanda. If you want to follow me on Instagram, that'll be down below. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that'll be down below. If you want to join the channel and get access to podcasts and a little worm emoji next to your name, that'll also be on my channel under the join button. I'll see you next time. Stay safe, stay wonderful. I'm proud of you. You're doing good. I love you. Good. Bye.